I punched a hole in my gaming chair. Why? Because I have the new Rengoku theme one on the way from Secretlab, and this one is dirty, smelly, and due to break on me any day now. I also had the Holy Grail Rengoku vs Akaza statue arrive, so we're gonna be unboxing all 3 packages in today's video. Kicking it off, we have the 1/6 scale Rengoku statue made by Fantasy Studio. Tons of statues have been made of him through the years, but I gotta tell you, this is the best that I've ever seen created. We have the rock rubble, the train in the background, some fiery effects with clear resin in the front. Over here on our left side as well, we'll see the adapter where some of the power is going to illuminate the statue. I usually hold pieces up to the camera to show them off, but this base is way too heavy. So this one right here is made of clear resin, a steel rod in the bottom that they sculpted separately, and they have a painted version as well. So I love the mixed media going throughout the statue, having some painted versions, some clear, and also we'll have, again, those LEDs that'll bring some of the parts of the statue to life. Now I went ahead and plugged the LEDs in off camera, and here's how these center pieces do look. We also have these fiery circular rings on the bottom. There's the contact points that will connect to these adapters that do provide power in the center as well. They casted LED strips inside of the resin, so next level type of lighting we'll be seeing here. Usually it's like external lighting from the bottom that shines through the resin. This one's actually inside, so here is how these pieces look when finally illuminated. It's incredible, the best LEDs I've ever seen in person. Alrighty, this statue has so much going for it with the awesome base and diorama and all these effect pieces that are lighting up, but dimming that, we'll see Rengoku's main portion of his body is right here on the bottom. I love this paint job, makes it look like fire is actually around the bottom portion of his pants. A very large steel rod is in the bottom of his foot that's going to safely secure him to the base in the dynamic pose that we'll see him in. On the back, that's where his cape is going to go, or cloak, I guess, technically. And a black piece of felt is installed here to make sure that there's no resin rubbing up against resin, because that's where his knee would impact into. So thankfully, that's a nice feature they did to make sure your statue is not damaged at all. Here's one of his arms they included. Look at those veins. It's insane the amount of details they packed inside the sculpting. Fantasy Studio never ever misses when it comes to the accuracy and details for each character sculpt. The cloak is like a masterpiece in and of itself. We have all these colors that are fading from red to orange to yellow into white. We also have a steel rod in the back here that's going to be going in the back of Rengoku, as we saw before, to make sure, again, that this is safe, secure. Everything about the statue is 100% solid feeling. Some statues can be put together and they feel a little rickety or unsafe. Not this one, not at all. So here is his main sword. We have the awesome looking fire effect that's flowing from it. Just like we saw on that base, I love the mixture of the clear resin on top of the painted blade. It's incredible looking. It actually has a little bit of weight to it, so it must be made of aluminum. And if it's one thing that Fantasy Studio always nails, it's going to be the head sculpt for the character. So here is the first one they included, because multiple options are going to be available. Awesome different textures and details. Paint on there, and his second head over here has a lot of that battle damage going on as he did fight against Akaza. One thing I love that the studio includes is the second head sculpt. You know, where does it go? Back in the box? No, we have this separate bust that they included with him in a different pose. We have his blade without the effect on there, so you can see all the incredible details they included. And again, this is going to act as a secondary bust to put that head so you can display it next to your statue. And to really bring to life the flame-breathing fifth form, which is going to be the Flame Tiger, here's the incredibly heavy 45-pound tiger head that they sculpted with the statue. I love this thing. My fist can fit inside of it. It's that large. And what's even more incredible is, of course, going to be the LEDs that bring it to life. But we'll take a look at some of the details and all the different ways they had the paint go on here. So again, we see some mixtures of mainly red, but on the tips of it, we'll see the slight transition from orange into yellow. I do love the gold painted eye on it as well. How does it kind of stand out compared to all the clear resin that's going on? Without delay, let's dim these lights, and there he is in all of its glory. An incredible statue. This only but part one. We have the Akaza statue soon enough, but another statue came with this one, which is a little bit more emotional. This actual death scene, we can see his blade is broken over here from trying to decapitate Akaza, and also in the back you can see his fist, which was broken off. It's crazy how they ended up doing this piece. So he has this cloak that goes on. And then the third head sculpt is going to be him smiling right here. It is just crazy what they did with this piece and how they brought it to life. Again, this is like an additional statue you can use to accent it all together. Also, a piece of flesh magnetized to the front. It's just ridiculous how perfect this is, especially as kind of like a freebie statue to put next to. And also, here we go. We have the bust here as well. He is one of my favorite characters in the series, and I saw that Secretlab is releasing this exclusive chair themed after him, and I wasted but no time because, again, I was in the market to buy a new gaming chair. It comes with this amazing instruction manual that doubles as a poster. And one of the first things you should be greeted by is this plush pillow that magnetizes to the back of the headrest once you get everything together. Very, very comfortable feeling. Also, incredible packaging job. Not only is it like compact, but it has a premium feel as you open every single piece to it. Right out of the bag, you will see the Rengoku themed Suba, or the guard part of the katana, greeted by also the flames on the left and right sides, going from red, orange, yellow into the white. What I love too is that it kind of accents the white parts of the outside to the charcoal black parts of the middle section. Nice as well, the Secretlab logo has a flame theme to it. On the back of the chair is mostly where the Rengoku themed section is. We have to build the rest of it. Also, there's a very nice surprise on the top of the chair that I do want to share with you shortly. This is going to be the part where we have all the different feet and legs that we do have to attach to the metal part on the bottom. Every chair that I've ever owned, this part, the metallic section, is always plastic and breaks over time. How heavy this piece is alone just speaks to the quality of this and how long it's going to last me. I totally lied. I forgot we have some theming going on the seat part of everything. Now, there is a lot of wrapping and packaging that you have to get through. Everything is incredibly well done, but a little bit of a pain to open just on camera and try to make it look as entertaining as possible. But we'll get through it. I've unboxed dozens upon dozens of statues on the channel, so you'd think I'd be a pro at unboxing things, but it is actually very different to film unboxing, opening, and assembling a chair. But nonetheless, it was very fun to do because, honestly, just to showcase every bit of the quality that's on this piece, and honestly, how easily the assembly was for me altogether. And to hide the nuts and bolts that connect the back and seat section, we have these very satisfying magnetic covers that go on there. Also, some plastic handles that will be used on the bottom of the chair to change the reclining posture of it, as well as the height of the chair. Between the detailed instructions they include on the back of that poster and also all the stickers they put throughout, it's very difficult to put this together incorrectly, but again, super easy to get everything assembled and together. We also have one of our last packages to open, which are going to be these magnetic armrests. So I love the fact that you can buy these separately, because if these do break, wear, tear, scratch over time, you can easily pop them in, pop them out. Incredibly fun and satisfying to put together. They have all sorts of different themes on their website as well. Shinobu, Giyu, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke. Just an incredible array of different ones to showcase. And also, as I said on the top, you'll find Rengoku's iconic phrase, "Set your heart ablaze." An incredible feature and detail that I'm glad they did put on there. So if you want to check these out, I'll put a link in the description. You can see all the different themes that they have made. As I mentioned before, the Rengoku statue is kind of a part one, and the part two is a separate statue that they sold of him. And we have the snowflake design all throughout the base, some rock, rubble, debris, and kind of further accenting the train station diorama that we saw all over the other base. And again, they did my favorite thing where we have the painted base, and now we have all these clear resin effect pieces that they sculpted separately. Quite a few go into this one to bring it to life, have all sorts of a vortex type theme that's going on all around. The only thing I will say is this statue does have a bit of a smaller footprint compared to Rengoku's, but I guess in that moment we didn't really get to see a giant display of power as compared to Rengoku, so it makes sense this one is a little bit smaller. But here's those cool different effect pieces that have a piece of rock, some fiery looking dust, and then we have that clear resin effect to bring that to life. I will say one of my favorite things about the entire Demon Slayer series is the fact that they give such depth to each antagonist, protagonist. His story is just absolutely sad. If you know and understand everything, I don't want to spoil too much by talking about it, but anyway, just crazy to see how they brought certain things to life. There's the USB that powers all these LEDs in the back that do change to all different sorts of colors. Another statue was included with him, transitioning into a demon. So we have partial human showing, and we also have all that beginning to transform him. So again, don't want to spoil too much, but this is something that did include with the statue. Crazy again, all the details they captured with this. This will definitely be a nice accent piece next to the Rengoku that we showed before. The main body for Akaza is almost all one piece. So we have this elastic beads that go on his leg. It's an actual real beaded necklace, and all their details. We can see, again, just like we saw on Rengoku, we have the fiery themed portion going on his pants. So crazy, look at all these details they packed in here. You can see the veins again. If you look at his chest, arms, his biceps, shoulders, you can see veins right there. I've unboxed so many Naruto statues on my channel, and most of the skin tones and stuff is just like smooth and plain. Not anything like this, but this is mainly because of Fantasy Studio. They just do this elevated type sculpting when it comes to their character design. So there's some of those effect pieces that go into the leg. I think we have one more, yeah, over here on this right side. One of the strangest effect pieces I've ever seen created for a statue is right here. So this is going to be something that does attach into the front part of his back fist. That's clenched up right there. So keys into it with a little steel rod and a notch. And the front one, this one's weird. So it has like 5 little holes. I put some blue tack in there to make it kind of like an adhesive. And that goes in those front fingertip sections. And then we have his head here with the first one, which is going to be more intense, gritted teeth, but all the details perfection nonetheless. And the other one, kind of the more confident, smirky smile. This is probably the one that I would go with if I do want to put it on the statue. Just like before, it's cool we have the miniature bust to put the secondary head if you do want to display it near the statue. And here is how he looks in the dark with a little bit of the LEDs, nowhere near as crazy as Rengoku's, but still amazing nonetheless. Love, again, the dynamic pose they chose for this, making it look like a true 1v1 statue, and to see them side by side, here is the duo. Excited to get these two set up in my collection display room, as well as the awesome new Secretlab chair. They'll accent that. As always, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next. Do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.